Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Diana if you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back. Today is April 6th and I am 21 weeks and 3 days pregnant. I just went and did my first full programmed leg day since before Christmas. I've been doing little full body movements and little workouts here and there, but today I actually went and did the program that my coach has programmed for me, so that was pretty cool. I tried to tackle on the weight that I had done in December and actually went decently, but just need longer rests. I get hot way too easily and I was getting so sweaty, but today I'm rocking my NPC shirt thanks to my friend Jeanette. She sent it to me for my birthday, which was super special. And yeah, today was interesting. I was filming my lifts just to have some content for Instagram later, and it's I'm proud that I was able to lift the weight that I lifted in December after going light or not even training at all for so long. But at the same time, it's I know I've gained weight and my body is changing, and I can't help but see the cellulite that I'm developing. And I know everyone has it and whatnot, but body image and mind games is just another thing. It was also really interesting. For my phone background, so I have an iPhone, and if you didn't know, you can set multiple backgrounds to collage through or whatever. So when I'm at the gym, I have a certain set of photos that are my backgrounds. It's more fitness related and progress related. Sometimes it's motivational quotes. Maybe I'll throw a few of them up. But one of the photos that I have is my progress from last season. So my before prep picture or start of prep picture to my end of prep picture. So with that, I was looking at it and it's before I really hated, I was slightly disgusted with how my beginning of prep physique was. I was at my heaviest that I'd ever been. I mean, I've hit this weight a few times, but it just wasn't comfy for me at the time. And looking at the pictures throughout prep, I was I can't believe I got to that again. I've been working so hard, but now that I'm higher than that, bigger than that, doing a different kind of bodybuilding, it's I see that picture and it's okay, I see it differently, which is really cool. I see the athleticism that's in that physique, and my core wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So it's really interesting, when you're in the trenches, you don't see yourself in the best light, but you gotta give yourself grace, because someday you might look back and be actually impressed or happy with how you were doing at that point. And it's who we are now. At some point in the past, we wanted to be where we are now. So just a little ramble that was going through my head during my lift today. But yeah, the lift went well. I'm surprised at the lack of modifications that I've had to do, even though my body has changed so much since December. I did notice that when I was doing cable RDLs, that my lower back was feeling a bit more tension, so instead of giving up or trying to modify, I was just more conscious with how my body was feeling and made sure to engage my core more. Maybe I was thinking about moving my hips forward more versus pressing forward with my back. So that was really fun to experiment with and cool to see. But I have to go get groceries. I just worked out, so I'm gonna go have a snack. And if you haven't tried these already, Cheez-Its are an amazing pre-workout, and I might want to have one post-workout. They've got good flavor, a little bit of carbs, quick digesting, so time to go get some groceries. Hi again. It is now 2 weeks after my last video. I'm 23 weeks and 4 days, I believe. I just got to my chiropractor because I have an adjustment scheduled for a little bit from now. I'm a little early, so I went and got myself a little treat. It's a crawler. I've been having a bit of a down a few days, so I thought that I deserved a treat. And yeah, I don't think people talk about how emotionally draining having elevated hormones is, because it is emotionally draining. Yesterday I was sorting through my clothes and setting clothes aside for my different phases, so like prep phase, regular life phase, or regular sized, and then now in my maternity phase, and also trying to figure out, okay, like what is stuff I can donate or toss. And it's a little sad going through some of the clothes because I'd gotten them in certain phases of my life, and it's not really mourning my body because I know that my physique will be how it is right now. It's a little different, a little bigger. I look down and it's like odd to see this bump, and I'm like, where did this come from? So I'm not really mourning the body because I know it'll come back, and right now it's doing incredible things, but more so mourning those time periods, I suppose, or those phases of life. Like I look back and I see these clothes tied to certain periods of growth and happiness or freedom. So I think that's what makes me the most sad. And it's not that I'm saying that having a baby is a loss of freedom, it's just different. And change and different can be hard and can be scary. So I think it's okay to feel that way, to feel a little scared and sad, to let go of the life you had before. But also talking with Chelsea about it, and yes, I am excited, like, for what's to come and to be able to experience and see the world through the lens of this little one and all their wonder and excitement, and show them all the great foods there are and fun things to do. So I'm excited as well, but going through my clothes and thinking back to like when I wore certain things, it's like, it makes me a little sad. But yeah, I know that's not the happiest thing to share, but I think it's still important, as I've documented various phases of my journey. Like, it's important to highlight and remember the highs and the lows, because it's not always highs. Like, social media tends to be a highlight reel, but I want this to help remind me and remind other people that it's ups and downs, ebbs and flows, it's okay. But yeah, just feeling a little off, a little down. So I'm gonna go have this treat. It's a crawler. It's called from Lil's Cafe in Kittery, Maine. If you haven't been, they're delicious. But I'm gonna go enjoy that and then head into my appointment. Good morning. Today is April 13th. I am 26 weeks and 5 days because it is Tuesday. So things are just grooving along. Is that a monster or dinosaur? Hi. Anywho, I just finished up my daily bowl of cereal. I like to start each day with a healthy serving of fiber and a protein shake, so it just kickstarts my day and my digestion. Things have just been grooving along. We've been feeling the baby move in there. Having an anterior placenta does make it a little more difficult for more prominent movements, but still feel it when I'm more relaxed or in bed, which is really fun. The other night, so this weekend, it's been such a whirlwind. This weekend was Mother's Day weekend, so of course, what better way to spend it than at the hospital? But leading up to that, I got some notifications from my watch that my sleeping vitals were elevated. So then I was checking my heart rate and that was elevated. It's like, okay, And then the blood pressure monitor that we have at home was also saying I had elevated blood pressure, and preeclampsia is not great for baby, and my next prenatal appointment isn't until in 2 weeks. So I was like, oh, I guess it's something I should be worried about. And then on Saturday night, I just had the worst night of sleep, because sometimes I'll wake up and my upper back is feeling tense, and if I move over to the couch because it's stiffer there, then I'm able to get some more sleep, just repositioning my body and having a different kind of surface. But I just could not get comfortable. Instead of just being tension in my upper back, it was also in my neck, and it was just awful. So that continued into Sunday, and by Sunday evening I'm like, should I go to urgent care? So Corey and I went to urgent care on Mother's Day, and it was very quick. They're very efficient, but because they're so quick, they get your blood pressure like right as you're getting in and telling them about your symptoms. So it was even higher while we were there. And then they're like, did you call the OB line? And I'm like, oh yeah. They have a 24-hour line for people who are pregnant for anything that might come up. So that would have been a good thing to do before signing up for an urgent care bill. So the nurse there called the OB line, and then they sent us up the road to go into the birth center, just to go into triage for some monitoring, taking some blood tests and urine tests to see baseline, or just make sure everything was okay. So of course everything was fine after we got there. My blood pressure was my usual, like 120-ish over 70, and baby's heartbeat was fine, all my blood work was fine, my urine was fine. So it's like, this is great. They did tell me to use heat packs on my back and my shoulders, and also take acetaminophen or Tylenol, so I've been working on that. And yesterday I also got a prenatal massage, which was really nice. Woke myself up because I snored a little bit, which is always fun. So yeah, that was my Mother's Day weekend. Other than that, things have been going pretty okay. Energy has been decent. But work has been pretty busy since we're ramping up for the summer at the university, and that's our busy season for my department. Yeah, so haven't been getting to the gym as much, but I have been making more effort to go to pickleball, so that's been really fun. So yeah, today is Tuesday, like I mentioned. We're gonna go, and I'll show you a full day of eating. I start off with my cereal, and soon I'm gonna make some eggs and avocado toast, I think. So now it is time for breakfast part 2. I've cooked up 2 eggs with some chili crisp, got a beautiful avocado, and some multigrain bread from Trader Joe's. If you haven't tried it yet, this sprouted wheat multigrain bread is super good and has a decent amount of fiber, protein, good balance of macros, and of course has those great grains for, you know, health things. And then I've also brewed up 2 tea bags of red raspberry leaf tea. So in the second trimester, they recommend drinking 2 cups. In the first trimester, 1 cup, second trimester, 2 cups, and then third trimester, you start drinking 3 cups. This helps strengthen your cervix and helps to potentially decrease labor time and just make labor hopefully go smoother. So I started drinking this after we attended our birth class, because I didn't realize that you're supposed to start drinking it before the 3rd trimester. I know that with the 3rd trimester comes eating dates to help soften your cervix, but apparently you can start drinking red raspberry leaf tea earlier. So I started doing that. As I mentioned, we did go to a birth class at the hospital, which was really great, because I know I've been watching a lot of videos and content online, but for Corey, I think it was much better to have that hands-on classroom experience, just a little overview on what to expect, and then gave him an idea on what he needs to look up and start learning about. He does have a really good book. It's called The Expectant Father, and he's really liked reading that. But I'm gonna go chow down, put together little avocado egg situation, and then I get to take Kimchi to the vet today. I don't know if you guys remember, but for a while I couldn't stomach the idea of making my own eggs. First trimester was really rough with food and eating, but appetite is better. I eat scrambled eggs at the dining hall, which I couldn't do in the beginning, and I make some juicy looking eggs now. One thing I've started implementing during pregnancy to help keep my electrolytes up are these cool little element packets. So it's got sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Just helps me stay hydrated. So just got back from the vet. Turns out Kimchi is totally fine. It's nothing. Just had a little black fly bite, which just happens when you're outside. So that was good to bring him over on a 30-minute car ride. He threw up in my car on the way home, so that's super fun. We are looking for a vet nearby, so hopefully that won't be happening in the future. But I'm so hungry. It is now noon, so it's time for lunch part 1. I made a little faux chicken parm action over here. Just got some spaghetti, tomato sauce, and some chicken tenders for protein. And I've also got a cucumber in the fridge that I'm gonna cut up for a snack in a bit. But I'm just super excited to devour this. I've been really liking just plain spaghetti lately. I don't know, my tastes are changing. I mentioned that I was sugar or like sweet averse in the beginning, but now my sweet tooth has come back. So some nights we have ice cream or just like little bars and stuff, but I'm gonna chow down with this. And I love how easy it is to make. Just pasta. The angel hair cooks 3 minutes. That's also another interesting thing. I usually love thick pasta, like pappardelle, fettuccine. The thicker the pasta, the better. But lately, I've just been wanting angel hair, which is really weird. It's my bestie Sophie's favorite pasta, so maybe little baby is just trying to be like their super cool Auntie Sophie. So. Okay, I'm gonna chow down, but I'll see you guys on the next meal. So, it's now 6:20. I accidentally took a 3-hour nap, so I didn't end up eating as much earlier as I had usually would or planned to, but I am making us some strip steaks right now in the air fryer. Corey's is already tenting, and I'm just cooking mine a little bit more since baby can't have their steak as rare. So I am hungry, so I did start prepping little sides for dinner. Got cucumbers cut up here that I'll be snacking on, also some raspberries that I washed, and then just some leftover green beans as a side for our steak. I'll throw up that finished product here since I'm gonna think that we're gonna just hang out later and don't want to be filming too much. But we just started the Netflix series 4 Seasons with Steve Carell and Tina Fey, and it's been pretty good. We're halfway through, so we watched Spring and Summer already, and I'm excited to get into that. Tonight is Tuesday, so there is pickleball at my gym, but because I slept in the middle of the afternoon, I figure I should probably stay home and get some work done and also make some food. After the steak, I mean, it's a pretty big steak. I think it was 1.6 ounces for the whole package, 2 steaks, so decent chunk of protein. I'm not sure if I'll still be hungry after that, but if I am, hold that thought. If I am, I'll probably end up having some of these Trader Joe's mango cream bars. These are so good. We broke into these last night, and Corey had to, because guess who has good taste when it comes to shopping? So I'll have added a few pictures of what I do end up having for the rest of today. But that, I guess, concludes my second trimester video. Thank you guys so much for being here with me on this journey. If you have had babies before or are a mama, just let me know any tips and tricks you have. It's definitely, there's so much info out there, but I would still love to hear from you because it's things that I can look into and learn from. And anyway, as you can hear, my steak is done. So if you do not have a meat thermometer, definitely get one. They're so cheap and so easy to use. You just stick this in, it tells you the temperature, and then it even tells you what temperatures that you should be looking at for each food item to make sure it's cooked to your perfection. So I'm gonna go make sure the steak is cooked, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!